Good morning. Welcome back. Let us learn today chapter 5 petroleum. Okay. In this, let us first understand the types of natural resources based on availability. So there are two types of natural resources. One, exhaustible natural resources, another inexhaustible natural resources. Okay, let me explain you both of this. Exhaustible natural resources, they are the resources which are limited in nature and they can be exhausted by the human activities. Example for this are forests, wildlife, coal, petroleum, natural gases, etc. Now let us go to the second category, that is the inexhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible natural resources are those resources which are unlimited in nature and they cannot be exhausted by the human activities. For example, sunlight and air. Next topic that we need to learn is what are fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are the fuels which are formed from the dead remains of the living organisms. For example, coal, petroleum and natural gases. Next topic that we have is coal. So coal is a fossil fuel which is used in the thermal power plants to produce electricity, and also they are used as a fuel in various industries. Okay. The next topic that we have is the story of the coal, that is how the coal was formed. Let us learn the formation of the coal. Okay. So for the formation of coal formation happened about 300 million years ago. Actually, during this time, Earth had a dense forest in the low-lying wetland areas. Due to the natural processes like flooding, these forests got buried under the soil. As more and more soil got deposited over them, they were compressed. The forest got compressed inside the soil. The temperature also rose, and as the forest sank deeper and deeper. Under high pressure and high temperature, the dead plants got slowly converted into coal. Okay. And now there is another question in the book, what is carbonization? Okay. To understand this, let me tell you, since coal is composed of carbon, the slow process of the conversion of the dead vegetation into coal is known as carbonization. Next topic that we have are the products of the coal. When the coal is processed in the industry, we get some useful products. They are coke, coal tar and coal gas. Let us understand each of these products. Okay, so first of all, what is a coke? So coke is a tough, porous, black substance and it is the purest form of carbon. It is used in manufacturing of the steel and also in extraction of the metals. Okay, the next product of the coal is coal tar. Coal tar is the thick black liquid with unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of about 200 substances and it is used for making synthetic drugs, dyes, explosive, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic material, roofing material, etc. Next product of the coal is coal gas. So coal gas is also obtained during the process of the coal to get coke. While the processing of the coal to obtain coke, coal gas is obtained. Okay, it is used in many of the industries as a fuel in the coal processing plants. Next topic that we have is petroleum. So petroleum is another fossil fuel which is used for running heavy and the light motor vehicles, and also in many of the industries they are being used. Okay, now let us understand how is petroleum obtained. So petroleum is formed from the living organisms which stays in the seas. Okay, as the dead organisms and their dead bodies settle at the bottom of the sea, they got covered with the layer of sand and clay. Over a million of years, in the absence of air, high temperature and high pressure, this dead organism gets transformed into petroleum and natural gas. Okay. Next topic that we have is petroleum refinery, or refining means separating the various constituents of the petroleum in a petroleum refinery. Okay. This is done in order to obtain various petroleum products. Let us look into the table given here, which shows us the various petroleum products and their uses. Okay. So when the petroleum undergoes fractional distillation or refining in the refinery, we get 7 components. Those are petrol that we use, then petroleum gas, then we have kerosene, we have diesel, we have lubricating oil, paraffin wax, and then bitumen. And the uses of each of these are been listed in the table here. Do study this properly. Another fossil fuel that we need to study in this chapter is natural gas. So natural gas is an important fossil fuel which is very easy to transport. Okay. So natural gas is also known as CNG if it is stored under high pressure. The full form of CNG is compressed natural gas. Okay. It is used in power generation and also as a fuel in for the transport vehicle. It is considered as the less polluting fuel, or it is the most cleaner or the cleanest fuel. Okay. The advantages of CNG is it can be used directly for burning in the homes and factories. Okay. And there are other advantages also. Since it is the cleanest fuel, it causes less pollution and it is easy to transport through the pipes. So these are the advantages of the natural gas. And the reserves of the natural gases are found in Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and in the Krishna Godavari Delta. Last topic of the chapter that we have is some natural resources are limited. Why do we consider them as limited? Since its reserve is limited in nature and it takes millions of years for the formation. So we must use the natural resources preciously and carefully. And there are few tips to save these natural resources. For example, we must drive at a constant and a moderate speed as far as possible. Second way of preserving or conserving natural resource is we must switch off the engine at the traffic light or at the places where we have to wait. We must ensure correct type of pressure. We must ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. If the vehicle is not being maintained properly or serviced properly, it will consume more petrol and diesel. So keeping into all this into view, we can be a good citizen and we can conserve our natural resources. So with this, I'm done with the chapter. Do study and do the question answers. Thank you.